Hello everyone, my name is Dylan and welcome to Gamifying Ghosts, where we are looking at superstitions and how they have gone digital and made their way into video games and our social media. Speaking of which, today we have two very special guests with us. We have Ethan and Clara, who are part of the developmental team for an indie game titled Schoolbound.
Hi everyone, my name is Ethan. I am the project manager and also 3D artist for our indie game Schoolbound.
Hi, I'm Clara and I assisted in asset creation and also marketing for the game. Schoolbound is a low-poly horror game in which you play as a primary school student collecting cards to uncover the dark secrets of the school, throughout which you're also chased by ghosts that you will have to avoid in order to survive to the next day.
So, without further ado, let's get into the interview. Alright, so our first question, what inspired you to make this game?
So the whole developmental team behind Schoolbound, we're all actually students, so we're 6 students from NTU ADM, and our modules assignment centered around creating a game and also marketing and releasing it. So we were inspired by low-poly games like mouthwashing and chillas games at the time. And also now actually they're still quite popular, but we were inspired by those games to create a low-poly game set in like a school, primarily because when we were talking, the topic of school very quickly came up, and the topic of like, when we were all kids, we all heard all these superstitions and like these legends and urban myths around our school. And that was like a shared experience that we felt was quite unique to Southeast Asian and like specifically Singapore culture, because we have such a mix of different cultures within our country. So we wanted to have a focus on that for the core inspiration of the game.
Did you reference any local superstitions while making the game?
We didn't reference any specific ones, but we definitely like went around and asked people for like their local school ones or like their personal experiences. So like one of the first things we did was we set up a document, and then all 6 of us like threw in our personal stories and everything, our school details. So we definitely drew bits and pieces from all the different legends from there. And we also like asked our friends and like checked online, like Reddit, different posts of people saying their own experience. So we definitely took bits and pieces of everything, but we didn't really want to base it on one specific ghost per se.
Yeah, and we wanted our game to be quite universally understood and appreciated, so we didn't want to just put in very specific superstitions or myths like the Pontianak or the Manananggal. So instead we drew inspiration from what makes those myths scary and put them into our entities for our game.
What is your opinion on superstitions that you find on social media?
I actually find superstitions I find online really interesting. I get a lot of horror videos on my feed. I love watching videos of like skinwalker dogs or like possessed dolls. And I think because it is all online, I do question how much of it is staged or played up just for traction. But I do also like to think of the possibility that all of it's very real, and I find it super fascinating.
Do you think superstitions are starting to spread more through social media than word of mouth?
I feel like social media and like the internet as a whole has definitely increased the amount of superstition and like urban legends being shared. But I also feel like by the nature of the internet, everyone's a bit more savvy to it now and everyone's a bit more skeptical. So when people read things online, I feel like they take it with a bit more of a grain of salt. They're like, oh well, this could just be anyone posting it. Like you have no proof, you can't prove anything. But on the contrary, I also feel like when someone tells you an urban legend or like a superstition directly, and like if it's something that comes from experience, there's definitely more of like a personal stake in that. So if someone tells me something from like personal experience, I definitely feel a bit more like, oh, this could be a bit more real. Like I take them a bit more seriously when someone tells me in person. So I do feel like there's a bit of like a balance there.
Thank you, Ethan and Clara, for sharing your experience on the development of Schoolbound and on superstitions. Now, hearing about the experience of the game doesn't come close to playing it myself. So, right now, I'm gonna put myself in the hot seat and try the game out. Let's get into it! Alright, bookshop auntie. Oh, hello dear. Sorry, I just sold our last keychain. Wow! Horrible. It's okay. Is there anything else? I still have these card booster packs from 30 years ago. I'll buy it for myself. Wait. Is that my name? Damn, my haircut looks bad, but you have to buy more cards for us. What kind of marketing strategy is this? I don't have enough money. I have 14 cents. You've already been cursed and now must complete the collection. Wow, what a money-hungry ghost, I guess. You can hide in the toilet at day until it's time to come out. Stay safe. See you again here. So okay, I'm guessing this is my sign to go into the toilet and hide. Actually, is there more? I feel like there should be more here. Can I tell a trusted adult? Okay, time for the scary part.
Every dialogue.
Find the thought from the night hand to night time. Yes. Okay, why not just give me the card for free, bro? Money hungry auntie. I'm shooting the video, I cannot. Okay, he can't be here, right? There's no way he's here. I just went in a circle. Wait! No, please don't touch me! Why did I do this to myself? Is he behind me? He's not behind here, right?
It's not right.
It's not.
Okay. I don't have a good feeling about this. I'm a dustbin. Don't touch me, please. Don't hurt me. I am uncontrollably shaking right now. Why is that music? Why is that What do you mean you can open the cupboard? Oh, please. Can you give up? Can you give up? Can you give up? What does that mean?
We should have always made this one first time.
I need a break. I'm like actually shaking.
This is very interesting.
That was a really fun experience. Once again, thank you to Ethan and Clara for coming down and sharing your experiences. It's good to know that superstitions are still being passed down through social media and video games. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for watching Gamifying Ghosts, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye!